Hi, my name is Kevin, and I live in Ocala, Florida. I was told I can't grow mango trees up here. I'm from South Florida. I'm of Jamaican descent, and I love my mangoes. So I took on the challenge of growing mango trees. Hi, my name is Kevin, and I'm from South Florida. In our house in South Florida, we had about 20 mango trees on 2.2 acres. Now I'm up here in Ocala, and I was told mangoes don't grow up here. So I've tried 3 ways of growing mangoes up here. This, what you're looking at, is a 25 to 30 gallon pot. I have a Valencia Pride mango tree, and I have a Tommy Atkins mango tree. I have them on these little homemade pallets with wheels on them. So when it gets cold, I usually wait till it gets up to about 35 degrees or lower, and I'll wheel them into my garage. I'll show you in a minute. I also have an East Indian mango tree. It's doing pretty well. It's about 3 years old, no, about 2 years old. I planted it on the south side of my house, near the wall, as I was told by someone in Jacksonville who grows mango trees in Jacksonville. And it seems to be doing pretty well. Right now it's the summertime. It's about 90 degrees now, so they love the hot weather. It's gone up to 100 degrees. We've had rain almost every day during this time in June, July, and as you can see, the tree is pretty happy. It's spreading and pushing new growth. But anyway, back to these in the pots. What I did, I made these carts. This is also another tree. I put them near the air conditioner because it gives them that trade wind breeze when you turn on the air conditioner, and they seem to like it. As you can see, that branch is kind of leaning towards the air conditioner. And I put them in these 25 gallon pots, get some dirt from Lowe's, and they seem to be pretty happy. I started off with a smaller pot than this one. I bought down in South Florida at Pop's Nursery. This plant cost me 35 bucks. And I put it in a little larger pot. And then when it gets more comfortable with the weather up here, I end up transferring it to a large pot like this. Just like its other 2 brothers over here. They're in larger pots. And then I'll take them over to I'll take them close to the garage. Oh, here's a picture of the pallets that I got from a friend, and you cut them short and you make them into little carts for your plants. That's another pepper plant that I did the garage thing with. I didn't have to put in a pallet. I just dragged it in the garage when it got to be, like I said, about 35 degrees or lower. And after doing that for about a year with the pepper plants, the next year they will give you peppers like you won't believe. They seem to like the weather up here better than they do in South Florida. And they get bigger, and the peppers are much prettier and better flavored and everything. Like you say, I can show you my garage right here. I just wheel it in my garage when it gets cold. It can be a little annoying, so you don't get too many trees when you're doing it. I have 3 trees. I have a guy up here, he has 9 trees, and he has fruit like crazy from the trees, mango from the trees that he really loves. I'm taking around the side of my yard to show you that we have all types of trees growing, jalapeno, different types of plants that aren't supposed to grow up here, but they're doing very well. And this is a pepper plant that I had in the garage 1 year, and as you can see, it's pretty big, and it's full of lush peppers, nice sized peppers, as you can see. And I got about 3 bags off this tree so far. I give them away because I can't eat 3 bags of Scotch bonnet peppers, but I'm going to show you the end result of, I'd say, here's another pepper plant right here. You can see I had it in the garage. When they're in the garage in the wintertime, they become kind of dormant. So don't water them too often. I'd say water them when the soil is very, very dry. They might lose 50% of their leaves. Just leave them alone. When the summertime comes, they will do what they do best. And here's my final result of having this in the garage for about 2 years. This plant, as you can see, it's got a nice Julie mango on there. It had a couple more, but I think an animal might have eaten it off. And as you can see, once you put them in the ground, they take off. But I like to keep them in pots and let them grow. And then when I'm ready to see them really take off, I might put them in the ground. But I like the pots. I like the potted plants. This is another one I did where I have a pot inside of a pot, and I have this pot where the water doesn't leak out, and it gathers the water. I put a little fertilizer in that water, and it feeds the plant from up under, and it seems to be doing very well. Before I did this, I would say 2 weeks before I did this plant, when it came out of the garage, was this size. And look at it now. Once it gets into the 90-degree plus weather, the plants know what to do. They go crazy, and they give you the fruit that you're looking for. So that's it. I'm Kevin Bland, and don't let anybody tell you can't grow fruit trees, mango trees, pepper trees, and other fruit trees in North Florida.